Welcome to Sushi's Originals. Today I'm going to show you how to make a card using the technique I'm calling the Double Thinlit technique. But first, before I show you how to make the card, I want to show you three tools that come in very handy when making a card like this. The first tool is called the Precision Base Plate, and it goes with your Big Shot. It has a little bit more give in the top that helps you cut out a very intricate design, and the cutting plates seem to be a little bit stiffer, and this with its give helps cut out the intricate design. The second tool that is very handy is called the die brush, and it's a very stiff bristled brush that comes with a foam pad, and this is how you would use it. You've cut out your Thinlit heart here, and this is from the Blooming Heart. And you lay it on the foam pad, and then you take the bristle brush and brush it firmly, not roughly, but firmly, into all the dots on the Thinlit. And when it's done, then the brush helps push all the little pieces out so that you have a wonderful, delicate design like this. So now that you know the three tools that make it a lot easier. Oh, wait a minute, I forgot the third tool. This is the fine tip glue pen, and it is very, very handy in gluing an intricate design like I just showed you. This design, it has all those tiny little pieces, and if you tried to use your snail, it would be messy. Glue stick wouldn't work, so this glue pen works perfectly. You unscrew the white cap on the top, and it has a very thin tube that allows you to press little dots of glue on the intricate parts of your die. The important thing to remember about this is that when you're finished, you have to immediately push the little steel, I don't know what you'd call it, little steel piece back into the shaft, and that keeps the glue from drying up inside the shaft, and handy so that you can use it whenever you need it. So once you have your three tools, then you can get on and think about what to do with your double thinlit technique. Now I want to show you a card that shows how I used the Thinlit. I think it's called Bloomin' Heart, and the stamp set went with it, and I thought it was a very limited stamp. Might work for Valentine's Day or an anniversary or an engagement or something like that, but not something that I would use year-round. So when I went on Pinterest, I found this card that Kirsten Gill created, and I want to thank her for her idea because I think it's great. And to me, it made that simple Thinlit much more versatile. So here's the original Thinlit that you would create. And what Kirsten did was she then took the butterfly framelit on top of the already cut out Thinlit and created then a very intricate looking butterfly. Well, in itself, it's not all that great looking, so you also have to create a solid image, and then with the fine tip glue pen, you glue the two together, and now you have a very dainty looking embellishment for your card. So when I saw what Kirsten did, then I decided to play around a little bit more, and I tried designer paper. But I found out the designer paper is very thin, and on itself it's very hard to get a good-looking design out of it. So I used the fine tip glue pen and glued it onto a piece of cardstock. That point, it made it stiff enough that I could use a Thinlit, and I cut out a flower using that design and created this card. And then I also thought about maybe a punch would work, and so I put it on a different color and use the bird punch to make the bird on here. And I thought those two were really good examples of how to use that heart in a different manner. But then it also got my imagination going, wondering, what other Thinlit do we have that's very seasonal that if we wanted to, we could maybe change it up a little. And I came up with the Delicate Ornament set. For the first card, I used this ornament and then cut it out of Night of Navy paper. And what could I do on top of that? I thought, how about a star? So I cut it out with a star, and then this is kind of what the end result looked like. And then I took that star, which doesn't really look like a star, does it? And I put it on the solid image of a star, and then I think it looks really cool. So this is the card that I created using that. And this could be used for a multiple 4th of July, congratulations, just any kind of a celebratory occasion. And then the last thing I did was I found the other ornament in the Delicate Ornament set, and I really liked the flower in the center. And I wanted to see if I could figure out a way to make something that would accentuate that. So I took white cardstock. So cardstock being a little bit heavier than designer paper, I was able to use the Pansy Punch and punch out a flower, and there you go. You can see that center flower. And I mounted that then on another daisy punch. Wait a minute, I think it's called the Pansy Punch. Pansy, daisy, they're kind of the same. Anyway, the Pansy Punch. And when I layered together, I thought that inside flower really showed up. And then this is the card that I made using that. So, as you can see, I had a great time experimenting and trying different things to use my double thinlit technique. I challenge you to see if you can come up with any different ones. And until next time, happy stamping, and I'll see you with Sushi's Originals.